Sarah, a talented marketing executive, had prepared meticulously for this meeting. She had the data, the insights, and a compelling strategy to revitalize their flagship product. As she began presenting, a wave of confidence washed over her. Then it happened. Mid-sentence, a male colleague interjected, derailing her train of thought. He rephrased her idea, claiming it as his own. Sarah, though visibly flustered, tried to regain control of the narrative, but the interruption had already undermined her authority. This scenario, unfortunately, is not unique. Countless women in corporate settings experience similar challenges, stifling innovation and limiting diverse perspectives. Research confirms a persistent gender gap in communication within organizations. Studies show men dominate conversations in meetings, taking up more airtime and interrupting more frequently. This disparity is often unconscious, a product of societal norms equating assertiveness with masculinity. When women are consistently denied equal opportunities to speak, their ideas are less likely to be heard or implemented. This can lead to frustration, disengagement, and attrition. Moreover, it deprives organizations of valuable perspectives. Breaking this cycle requires challenging ingrained biases and creating a more inclusive communication culture. This involves both individual women advocating for themselves and organizations implementing systemic changes. How can women ensure their voices are heard in the workplace? First, believe in yourself and the value of your contributions. Prepare thoroughly for meetings with data, research, and well-formulated ideas. Speak up early and often, making your presence known. Practice assertive communication. Speak clearly, confidently, and directly. Maintain eye contact, use strong body language, and don't be afraid to interrupt politely if necessary. If interrupted, stand your ground and assert yourself. Support other women by acknowledging and building upon their ideas. If you witness a woman being interrupted, redirect the conversation back to her. Solidarity is essential for creating a more inclusive environment. Your insights, perspectives, and expertise matter. You have earned your seat at the table. Amplify each other's voices to foster a supportive network. Creating inclusive meetings, an organizational imperative. Organizations must dismantle systemic barriers that perpetuate gender disparities in communication. Establish clear meeting protocols that encourage equal participation. Use structured formats like round robins to ensure everyone shares their thoughts. Appoint facilitators to monitor airtime and ensure all voices are heard. Provide training on unconscious bias and inclusive communication. Educate employees about subtle biases in communication styles. Diversify leadership teams to send a strong message that women's voices are valued. Measure and track progress in gender balance and inclusivity. Use data to identify areas for improvement and hold yourselves accountable. A proactive approach creates a more inclusive culture where women feel comfortable speaking up. The power of sponsorship, amplifying women's voices. Sponsorship can be a game changer for women seeking to advance their careers. Sponsors use their influence to advocate for their protégés, opening doors to opportunities. Encourage leaders to actively sponsor high-potential women. Create formal sponsorship programs pairing senior leaders with high-potential women. Recognize and reward leaders who sponsor women, demonstrating commitment to gender diversity. Sponsorship helps women break through the glass ceiling and amplifies their voices. Building a culture of respect. Every voice matters. Creating a workplace where women feel empowered to speak up requires a cultural shift. Foster a culture of active listening and consider diverse perspectives. Create a safe space for open dialogue without fear of judgment. Celebrate diversity of thought and appreciate unique perspectives. Encourage a culture where differences are valued as strengths. Senior leaders must model inclusive behavior and value women's input. When leaders commit to gender equality, it sets the tone for the organization. Empowering women in corporate meetings is a business imperative. When women contribute their full potential, organizations thrive.
It's time to create a workplace where every voice is heard, respected, and valued.